Are you ready to experience real healing, body, mind, and soul? Introducing Becoming Whole, Healing with Francie Soito, a powerful new live show on SoulSearch TV. Francie is a Reiki master, psychic medium, and angelic channel with over 15 years of experience helping people and pets heal, receive messages from the spirit world, and reconnect with their true path. Every other Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, join Francie live as she taps into your energy field, connects with your angels and guides, and offers messages of healing, love, and deep transformation. Watch for free on SoulSearch TV, available online on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and our mobile app. Want to receive a live reading or healing? Spots are limited. Grab your ticket now and receive a private Zoom link to join the session. Launching June 26th. Let the healing begin.
Is the last number in the cycle. So use the energy and harness the energy of this year. We only got a couple months left to end things that need to be ended. And this is a big one. This isn't a chapter in the book. This is finishing the entire book. So cross your T's, dot your I's, get rid of the old baggage, physically, mentally, emotionally, and the rest of the year will help support that and get ready for starting a whole new book in 2026. Hope that helps. So with that, I'd love to ask my first participant, Rosalie, if you wanted to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Francie.
Nice to see you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. Thank you.
Good. Now, do you prefer Miriam or Rosalie?
Miriam.
Miriam. Okay. So Miriam, how can I help you this evening?
I'm just more mostly looking for like guidance. I feel like I've been blocked and I don't know. I know I'm meant to do. I'm here for a greater purpose. I just couldn't figure out, and I've been like trying to figure out what my path should be. So it's more of like a guidance I needed.
Okay, you got it. And is this like career or your vocation or what you're put on this earth to do, and that's all the same thing, or these different things?
I'd say it's all together, more like in a spiritual aspect of things, like, you know, what my path should be. You know, I'm a nurse, but I feel like I need to do more than just being a nurse. Like there's something in me that I feel like, you know, I needed to do something else, like for a greater purpose.
Right. Okay. So the way I'm going to work is I'm going to link in with your energy and call on your guides and angels to step through with clear guidance. And I may use some cards as well, if that's okay.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. So take a nice deep breath with me. The light within me meets the light within you. The light within you, Miriam, meets the light within me. Calling on Miriam's guides and angels to step forward with clear messages and guidance. You've got a beautiful pink aura about you, so lots of love to share, lots of love to give. I keep seeing you working with kids. The minute you got onto the screen, I'm like, oh, she needs to work with kids. So, but I'm going to confirm that with some cards, and we'll see if we get something different. So I'm going to use the Angelic Hope deck from my friend Leanne Thomas. And I'm going to shuffle the deck. So you're definitely meant to be of service and in the healing arts. That feels right. The structure and the stricture around a nursing environment feels like it's too limiting for what you can do and what you want to be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's more to healing than medicine and syringes. there's the holistic approach, which is also treating the emotional component to dis-ease, treating the mental component to dis-ease. And there's a calling that you have to treat the whole person, not just the physical ailment or the symptom of the ailment. But I'm feeling you drawn towards kind of either ends of the age spectrum. So working either in geriatric specifically or working with children. But I'm feeling like, one or the other. Let me pull some cards and let's see what your guides and angels want to add to that.
I'm actually a Reiki master as well, and I got my I got my Reiki certifications already.
Great. That's great. And you can use Reiki in a lot of different circumstances that aren't within the medical, nursing field. Some nurses you're able to. It depends on the hospital, it depends on the patient, it depends on the insurance, all that good stuff. But like even in something like in hospice care, if you decide to go that route, which I can absolutely see a potential for that, they welcome that. And there's not the same legalities or issues doing something holistic in a kind of medical type environment. So you'd be a little freer in that situation. So let me pull into this a little bit. I'm shuffling cards, just waiting for a card to fall out, which I have one. We're going to do two more. But they're also saying, don't let the bureaucracy of it make you feel small or less than, and to keep a reminder of why you got into it in the first place and the passion that you still have for it, because that will get you through to the next transition. Okay, this card wants to come out. All right. So healing from grief. So again, the hospice thing's coming up for me really strongly. So see how she's kind of comforting the other. And this card always to me represents grief or recovering from loss. So let me just check in with you. The idea of doing hospice care, how does that feel?
Well, because I'm very I'm a nurse, but at the same time, hospice care is a little kind of, to me, I'm also an empath, so it really gets to me. So it may be a little difficult, but I guess if it's the way it is, I can work on it and stuff. But
don't force anything. Right? So it's got to feel like when truth is being spoken to you from spirit, guides, and angels, it's got to land like, oh, that feels right. If that doesn't feel right, don't take it. Right? I could be interpreting it wrong, or it's just not the right package that I'm getting the information from. Remember, it could also be the younger side. I'm seeing this side or that side. So let me fill into a little bit more. They're also saying you can use your Reiki training to create that energetic distance so that you're not just sucking up everybody's stuff as an empath. So you already have tools that they want you to employ. You don't have to give Reiki to your clients or your patients, let's say at the hospital, in order to, not have that empathic exchange. You can just have Reiki running through your system all day long for yourself to create that energetic separation. But I understand, I couldn't work in a animal shelter. I would take every dog and cat home, so it wouldn't be good. So I understand that, but also understand your sensitivities and what your strengths are as well. Okay, let's look at the next card. So get a card reading. No. So this tells me you're also very intuitive yourself, and they need you to trust your own inner guidance system a little bit more. There's a lot of mental chatter going on, and they want you to find ways like grounding, breathing, meditation to kind of I know it sounds weird, but have a conversation with yourself. what is it that I'm here to do? What is it that I want to do? And they're saying, look within, you always have the answers to the questions that you seek. They're telling me to look at the things that you were drawn to as a kid that you've perpetuated, things that you love to do, certain art projects, certain, games you would play, what would you do consistently from the time that you can, remember up until your young adulthood. There's going to be patterns in there, glimpses of what you're meant to do here on Earth are shown in ways that we used to play as a child. So for instance, if you play doctor as a child, then you're on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
If you played as being an astronaut, then maybe you'll need to look into the stars. But I do feel that healthcare is, again, healing arts, I'll say,
Mm-hmm.
is the right place for you. But exactly the structure that you're in right now doesn't feel quite right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to get all new agey with you. Like, I want you to like spread your wings and do your Reiki master stuff and doing readings for other people, because you're very intuitive. So like, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, because
Mm-hmm.
you're already kind of tuned in. In fact, you can let me take a back seat and you can do the rest of the readings tonight. But they want you to honor that gift that you already have, that gift of knowing, and maybe work on that a little bit more. And if you feel called to learn a new modality, or feel called to learn healing touch or astrology or something else, just keep following those breadcrumbs, and those will lead to more doors opening for you. So if you tomorrow wake up and like, I want to study sacred geometry,
Mm-hmm.
do it without thinking, well, what does that mean for my career or my life path? Just, that's where we get mixed up and where we get kind of stuck, is we try to think 5 miles ahead when we haven't taken the first step. And so without having expectation, go with what you feel compelled to do, what you're compassionate about, what you're passionate about, and what it is that really kind of ignites your flame. And just keep following that, and doors will continue to open. Okay. Yeah, and I'm seeing the last card. See how free she is? She's
Wow.
dancing on her own. She's kind of the master of her own experience, free and clear.
Wow.
Untethered by bureaucracy,
Mm-hmm.
on her own. Geriatrics is coming up again. So maybe if it's not hospice, it's something along the lines of working with that particular audience. I'm not feeling kids anymore. I'm feeling, again, just like an older audience.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've got such patience and such compassion. Are you a generalist right now in nursing?
I deal with long-term care. Our patients are more like, some of them are conscious, some of them are not conscious, like they're vegetative. So they're on mechanical ventilator. So those are like our patients.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's got to be really hard.
Yeah.
And so are a lot of them already in that geriatric audience?
Some, yes. Yes.
That's interesting, because that's kind of the place I was seeing in my head, and you're already there. Keep looking for opportunities.
Because the thing with me is, being a nurse, honestly, I know it's not right for me.
Yeah.
A healer, yes, but not necessarily being a nurse.
Yeah.
To me, that's, I know this is not where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And again, keep using your intuition to guide you on, well, what is next? So again, the healing arts does still feel like that's in the core of your soul, of fiber of who you are, what you're supposed to be doing. You might look into holistic healing arts for that target audience, if that resonates with you. If not, then don't, please. Just because I'm saying it doesn't make it true. So you take what you feel you need from the reading. But they're also saying, again, they're going to be putting already things in your heart that excite you.
Okay.
And that breadcrumb, if you take it, will lead to another breadcrumb, another, and another door, and another door. And that's how it works. So I don't feel you're off your path. I don't feel you are moving in the wrong direction.
Okay.
I feel like you just need to kind of pivot a little bit. It's like it feels like a small adjustment. It might feel big to you, but it's still within, again, close to what you're doing, but maybe it's in a different organization, and maybe it's a different skill set, and maybe it's slightly different added modalities that you've learned over the years that you want to incorporate.
Okay.
Does that help at all?
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for coming tonight.
Thank you.
Take care, Miriam.
You too.
All right. So thank you for that. Let me just get ready for my next client. 𝐷𝐵𝐿, I hope I said that right. If you wanted to unmute yourself and camera, you can turn on or off. It's up to you. Hello.
Hi.
How are
Hello.
you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
Did I say your name okay?
Yes, 𝐷𝐵𝐿.
𝐷𝐵𝐿. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
How may I help you tonight?
So today in the morning, I asked my spirit guides that I need a direction, and
There's a theme tonight. I can already feel it. Yeah, go ahead.
and you need to tell me it's in a language which I will understand clearly.
Yeah.
So I need a direction in
Sure.
two things in my life, and I asked for the first thing is my relationship, and second thing is my career. And then I opened my email to check what's going on, and then I found your email. I'm like, okay, maybe my spirit guides are asking me to ask you, and you are the medium today.
Oh, great. Well, I hope we
Yeah.
are able to get you some clear answers tonight. So take a nice deep breath. And I link in with your energy. The light within me meets the light within you. 𝐷𝐵𝐿. The light within you meets the light within me. Calling on 𝐷𝐵𝐿's guides and angels to step forward with clear messages and guidance. Ooh, you've got a lovely yellow. Strong, powerful energy about you. Lots of hope in your auric field. That's great. Okay. So calling on your guides and angels. Now you're asking about, let's do relationship is what you said first. So we'll ask about that one first. Do you have a specific question around your relationship that you want to ask?
Yeah, like with my relationship dynamics with my husband has changed recently.
Mhm.
So I just wanted a more clarity about like what's up. Like, I mean, am I moving in the right path? What should I be doing? And like some direction. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
So
I'm gonna use the Archangel Oracle card deck for this. Now,
okay.
because this is a public setting, your safe word
Yeah.
is pizza. So if I go into any topic or you feel uncomfortable talking about something in this setting, just blurt out pizza and I'll stop. No questions asked. Okay.
Okay.
You're in full control.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to shuffle the deck. I feel a bunch of things already. So have kids changed the dynamic of the relationship?
No.
No. Okay.
But of course, we have two beautiful kids. Yeah.
Oh, good. Good. So I'm feeling there's a shift in energy from that perspective. So I'm pulling out two cards and I pull out the third card. Okay. Clairvoyance. This isn't helpful. When the angels are like, well, yeah, look within. You got the answers. I mean, that's not what we're going to get angel readings for. When they're like, look within. So let me tune in. The clairvoyance, though, does mean that you do have the capabilities of seeing this for yourself truly and clearly, but you're blocked with a lot of mental chatter. But that's not helpful. That's not helpful. So let me let me tune into this for you more specifically. It feels like there's just been a little bit of a disconnect. So I'm feeling the need to reconnect on a heart level, not on a did you take care of the kids today? Did you do that? Like not on a task level or like transactional level. I feel into it here. Oh, really need to work on, my dear, communicating your needs. And so it's one thing to hear from him and get his needs. I feel you're getting a little lost in that exchange. So you could be the best communicator in the world, but if he's not listening or hearing you or feeling you, then it's not landing. I feel like things just aren't landing because of how your lives are busy and you've got so many things to do. There's not a lot of time to connect on an emotional level. So I know it sounds kind of maybe simple, but having a date night where you have the time to share, like kids are off the table, work's off the table. How are you doing? Like what's going on with you emotionally? How are you feeling about life? How are you feeling about us? What do you foresee for us in the future? Let me share with you what I feel. I'm feeling this right now about myself, about the relationship, about what I'd like to see for us as we grow together. How do you feel about that? But I want to make sure you give yourself enough space to be heard. Does that make sense? Okay. Does that resonate with you at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's look at the next card. Overcoming difficulties. So the beautiful thing about this card is that you're like almost over the hump. See how the angel's like just kind of going over the mountain, like just almost on the other side. So you got maybe just a little bit more of work to do that might be icky before you can get to the mountaintop, see everything more clearly, and then sail through to the other side. So there's a positive outcome, it feels like. I'm just feeling into it for you. Give me a second. They want you to keep rising above the issues. Meaning, instead of being, let's say, reactionary when things don't go your way or things, are a little stressed out, take a moment, reflect. And ask yourself, can I see this from a higher perspective? Can I see this from a more soulful perspective? Meaning let's say, as an example, your husband's angry. Is he really angry at me? Or is he angry at himself right now? And can I be a kind of an observer of the situation and see it more from a lens of compassion versus reacting because he's mad at me? Does that make sense? So try to remember the visual of this card and ask yourself in those moments, how can I rise above and see this from a healthier, maybe soulful perspective versus, 3D human struggle perspective. I know it's super vague, but hopefully you understand, sometimes just
I'm
a little
trying,
tweak. Yeah.
I'm trying to,
Yeah.
I've become very spiritual. I was spiritual from very young age, but especially when there's some things going on in my life, I go deeper into my I dive deep, and I just that's the way I can, if anything like doesn't go the way it used to go, then I would always take that route, and that's exactly what I am doing right now.
Good.
So yeah.
So then they're confirming it for you, and much like my last participant, you're already getting the guidance that you need. So this is hopefully just validation for you that you're on the right track with it. And they're also saying, so last card, oh, this is interesting, healthy lifestyle. So let me feel into what this means for you and your relationship here, because it could be a lot of different things they're talking about. Yeah, it's all the green in the card speaking to me, which is the heart chakra. It's all about coming from a very heart-centered place. When you, again, see your kids, I'm sure sometimes they're frustrating, but for the most part, you're like, oh my God, I love you guys so much. I just want to squeeze you and love you. Is there a way to see your husband from that perspective of just absolute joy, absolute love, failings and all? We're all flawed, right? No one's perfect. But is there a way that you can get to that happy joy perspective of who he is at the core? And they're saying he really does want to open up and work with you, but he's just a tough nut to crack. Like his emotional shell is real deep. Like you got to go through lots of layers to get in there. So have patience, keep at it, keep sharing, and tell him it's safe for him and you welcome his thoughts and his emotions. He'll come around. It'll just take him a little longer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope that helps. So you asked, any other questions about the relationship before we move into your second question?
No, I think I know it, that I'm doing it right. That's all I wanted to know. Like, yeah, and something positive out of it. So yeah, I'm happy to know that. Yes, yeah.
Good. And so what's your question around career?
Yeah, it's a career. Just like your previous client, I feel I am a healer at heart.
Mm-hmm.
And but I even so I picked up Reiki as well, so I feel like I'm good with energies, but I just don't know, like, what kind of modality will suit me, and like, what am I like, how can I be of help to human beings in general, like, yeah,
that's beautiful.
I mean,
it's a beautiful question, and I am thrilled you asked it in that way. How can you be of service to humankind? I think we often lose sight of careers very focused on us and building our needs and our family and supporting us. And you're already looking outward of how can I be of service to the greater good? And that's beautiful. I think too many of us lose sight of that. So thank you for asking it that way. Okay, so let me feel into, we're going to go back to the Angelic Hope deck for that one. Let me just tune in and feel your energy here. Ooh, I'm actually seeing astrology for you. Do you have any interest in learning astrology?
I mean, but that's pretty much it.
That's it. Well, just see if watching them plants any kind of seed, because I feel like you'd be really good at it. You've got the marrying of the analytical intellect, numbers don't scare you, and putting in the intuitive to that as well. You might be able to use like someone's birth date and numerology in combination with astrology to really, like, get a sense of what they need to know about their own life path and their own life purpose. Okay, let me shuffle some cards. In fact, as I say that, the numerology part feels really good too. What do you do now?
So I come from a different background completely, like business and marketing. But 2 years back I had a calling and I'm like, no, I have to be in service of human beings. And then I wanted to go into medical, and so I had to do that. I had to do the grassroots level. So I did the medical assisting course. I passed that, and then I took my internship but then I felt like it's not what I want.
Mhm.
It's not like it's very limiting.
Yes.
I felt
Yeah.
like I can do more. Um, mm, um, like like giving, like to give more joy to a person.
Yeah.
It's not like just treating one ailment,
Right.
like whatever physical ailment. It can be like a long term sustainable, like how can I like incorporate that in somebody's life. And then yeah, so when I started reading up and then watching podcasts and like, so I don't know, like,
Mhm.
and so now I want to go into research, into clinical research. I don't know, like,
Yeah.
I'm too. I know, like, I have a healer's heart,
Yeah.
and I know that I can blend in with some research work, but I don't know, like, if I'm going the right path, or am I distracted, or like I'm like, what am I like? Yeah.
So I think you and
So
Miriam need to start a business together of holistic practitioners. My previous caller.
yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, clinical research does not feel right to me.
Okay.
Sit with it and see if it feels right to you, right?
Okay.
Because only you know what truth feels like. But that
Mm-hmm.
when you say that, I'm like, I get prickly. It doesn't, I don't feel like that's the right spot for you. But
Okay.
let me tune into the cards here. So the first one is this woman with a bunch of groceries or a bunch of bags. She's super happy. You're not one
Yeah.
thing. You're not one
Okay.
thing. You've got a lot of bags of tricks or things that you can offer that don't
Okay.
fit nicely in the traditional roles, right? And so you might need to create something for yourself versus finding your slot somewhere. You might need to
Mm-hmm.
create your own slot. And it feels like a combination of things. So I don't feel like it's just Reiki. I feel like, again, you're going to be bringing in other tools. And I find the way I view mediumship, which is connecting to loved ones on the other side, as healing work. And so everything I do, even the modalities might look different, it always comes from a place of healing. I'm trying to help heal people and be of service.
Yeah.
And so astrology, you can do that from a healing perspective. If people have questions about their lineage or where their path is, and, just helping them understand their own nature can be very healing. Right. And so, again, if that excites you in any way, maybe pursue that some, because you're really good with math and numbers, and we need more. I don't want to say like analytical brains, but we kind of do in the holistic world. And maybe it's something where you start your own AB research type test with, holistic approaches versus traditional approaches. But I feel like I want to put you in charge of it and you running something versus you under somebody, because you're ready, like you're completely capable of doing that. Another one, just like the last one. So get a card reading, and listen to your guides, what you're doing. But they're also saying, honestly, because you're also intuitive, you can do the same work too. So you can pull some cards for yourself and
Mm-hmm.
ask them to show you more specifically. If when you get to the point of making a decision, should I go right or left, pull some cards for yourself and then trust that first kind of response that you feel in your body.
Mm-hmm.
And then they want to go back to your spouse, because having a stable home is important for you, and it's hard for you to focus on something new if this is wobbly. So priority one is your family life and your relationship, feeling more secure and stable in that before you pursue anything else. And much like Miriam, again, if you're passionate about or curious about other modalities, just go take a
Mm-hmm.
class, do a seminar, and then just see what doors might open for you without having expectation of, well, I don't want to do that for a living. No, it's about you using tools to understand yourself. And when you do that, more doors open about how you want to share yourself as being of service with mankind,
Mm-hmm.
humankind. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good.
All right.
Any other
All right.
questions you have for me?
No, that's the two questions I had for you tonight. Thank you so much for your time and patience.
Oh, you're so welcome. I hope it helps some.
Thank you.
Thank
You have a
you.
good one.
You too.
Okay. All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye.
Okay, if I could ask Sarah, if you want to unmute yourself. And if you're in the
Hi.
medical field too, my goodness.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, kind of.
Are you really?
I mean, you want me to tell you?
Well, I'm making a joke, so forgive me.
Oh,
But
okay.
because my previous two participants
Yeah.
were in the medical field, so there's
Yeah.
always a trend. There's always a link that links all my clients together in one evening. So how can I help you tonight?
Yeah, I guess that's the theme though, is like relationships and career wise. Like
Yeah.
lately I just kind of feel stuck overall, and like I'm not really living life and just kind of surviving.
Yep.
And I feel like it has a lot to do with where I'm at career wise, and just overall I don't know love life wise what's going on with relationships, so just looking into that.
Okay. I'm already picking up on some things, but let me link in with your energy first. The light within me meets the light within you. The light within you, Sarah, meets the light within me. Calling on Sarah's guides and angels to step forward with clear messages and guidance. Oh, green. All these heart chakra auras. Beautiful. Again, loving heart. That need to be of service also, I feel very strongly within you as well. I'm just going to pause for a second because the trend that you guys are witnessing tonight is one I've been seeing for the last few months with my clients, which is everyone's feeling stuck and they're not sure they're on the right track. It's, I believe, a symptom of us moving from the 3D to the 5D, which is another topic for another day. But it's this spiritual evolution of sorts. And we get almost anxious if we're not doing what we're put here to do. And sometimes it's right in front of us, but we can't see it because there might be fear blocking that. Or we really need to do a 180 and do something completely different. But this sense of like almost an anxiety around, oh, I'm supposed to be doing something. I'm supposed to be doing something. This isn't it. This isn't it. I'm off my soul's purpose. I've been seeing that a lot the last few months. So you're not alone. Okay, so let's tackle which one was first, the relationship or the career?
Oh, either one. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
And put it in a question for me.
Okay. In my career, I've invested 15 years into a specific career, and I'm wondering long term if it's what I should be doing, if it's healthy for me overall as a person, and if I'm not supposed to be doing this, like what else should I be doing?
Yeah. So the first thing that they're saying, I don't even need to pull the cards yet. The first thing they're saying is nothing is wasted. All the skills that you're learning at every step of your journey, whether it's in career, life, relationships, is valuable because you're learning about yourself. And the more you learn about yourself, the more you share with others. So for kind of remove the idea of, well, I invested so many years in this and it's going to be a waste if I do something else. No, you're going to take those skills with you wherever you go. It might be in a different package, but I'm sure those 15 years also taught you about yourself and your strengths and maybe where your weaknesses are, and also interpersonal relationship stuff, right? So you've learned a lot from those experiences, and that will always stay with you. Okay, so let's pull. What cards do I want to use for you? I'm feeling, again, the Archangel cards here. And what do you do, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a PE teacher.
Oh, PE teacher. Okay, so not in healthcare.
I mean, I guess kind of, but yeah, not directly.
Right. Physical health and well-being.
Yeah.
Okay. What grades do you teach?
Middle school in a very underserved population. So a lot of high need students.
Mm-hmm. And how does that feel, empath?
Some days rewarding, but most days like very, very draining. And the older I get, the more I wonder how long and sustainable I can do this for.
Yeah. Yeah. I can feel it being a weight for you, which is conflicting because it's kids and it's a joy for you, but also it's really hard. It's taxing. As an empath, we can't help but take some of that home with us, you know?
Yeah.
On my website under resources, there's an article I wrote called Congrats, You're an Empath, Now What? And it gives you tools on how to keep your energy clean and clear so you're not bringing home stuff. And also, so you're only absorbing light and love. So you might check that out. Hello from heaven. So I know you asked about career, but apparently there's someone on the other side that wants to come in and say hello.
I think I know who it is. So I was looking forward to it.
Is that, are you open to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
So the way that I work is I'll tune into the energy of who, and it feels female, it feels older, feels very mothering.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Okay. I'm going to give you a couple more things, and then the messages are just flowing out, but I'm like, I want more evidence first. So, yeah, she's like, no messages. I'm getting the messages out now. So she's saying, learn to trust yourself more. There's something around you maybe limiting yourself or not valuing yourself enough. And this woman feels, again, motherly, like your biggest cheerleader, like a, she, and correct me if I get this wrong. If she were here right now, her advice would be, you could create your own gym and do your own, like build your own business from this.
Yeah.
Like she feels like she wants to push you up and
bigger.
out. Yeah. Bigger. But she's right, and she's saying you're right in that the timing of it's time. It's time to make a change.
Wow.
But she's saying it can be baby steps, and it doesn't have to be one or something else. It can be one and something. As one thing kind of starts to take over more of your time and energy. You might, I don't know, 4 days a week, and then something else takes over. But let's pull the other cards and see if we get a hint as to what that might be. Clear your space. So this card always comes up when we've got too much mental clutter that's preventing us from seeing things clearly. And that can be stress. That can be we work too much. That can be too much going on in our lives. And so you can start with, like, Francie, don't give me any homework, but I'm going to give you some homework. Try with cleaning out a closet. Sometimes when we do physical clearing of clutter, it then opens up space energetically for us to do some emotional clearing as well as some mental clearing. So it doesn't have to be fancy. It could be one drawer in the bathroom. Hey, I'm going to clean out this drawer this weekend. And as you're doing that, kind of pay attention to any feelings you have that you kept kind of buried or weren't able to access because you're just going day to day to day, you know, boom, 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 boom. Because they're saying things will become a lot clearer when you remove the drudgery of the day-to-day stuff. Have you looked into PT instead of PE?
No, but I mean, that would be very interesting and intriguing to me, honestly. That's actually something I never really thought about until now.
Well, again, just because I'm saying it doesn't make it true. If it lands, great. But like, I'm seeing you work with like bands, like rehab therapy. Yeah. It might even be like a form of Pilates. I don't know enough to tell you what it is I'm seeing, but I'm hearing PT and seeing that as a form of helping to employ that healer that you are in a way that still uses what you've learned from as a teacher, as health and fitness, and for a different audience. Like, I don't feel kids with PT. I'm feeling maybe athletes with PT.
Yeah.
For doing physical therapy. So again, maybe look into that and see if something along those lines feels right to you. Then the last card is a life review. So much like what I was sharing with Miriam, look at all the patterns that you've had as a child, things that were themes that you're repeating, things that you love to do, how you played as a kid, what you were drawn to in school, acting or arts or playing doctor or whatever it was. And you're going to see some patterns that will help you know what your path should be. And again,
Okay.
it feels like it's time for, let's see, how do I say this? At your school now, it's like you put in your time.
Yeah.
It's time for maybe just another teacher to have their experience there, and for you to move on and learn from a different experience. Like, you've learned and grown and shared and helped. And that's a beautiful thing. But that reason you were there and the season of the timing is coming to an end.
Sure.
So again,
that makes sense.
So using this year to really think about it, again, 2025 is a 9-year. And so how can you use the energy of this year to start wrapping things up? And what does that look like for you? And what is the next chapter? Pilates, PT, something along those lines. Even I can see, again, you working in a gym. So personal trainer as well. What are some of those things that you might be interested in, and just start researching and having fun with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Okay. And then relationship, what's your question around relationship?
Is there gonna be one?
Oh. You know
or
what
am
I
I
find?
am
Go
I
ahead.
just gonna be single forever, and this is my time to just be single mom and that's it, and like just stop looking? Or do I invest the time and effort to look?
What do you want?
Some days I want something, and some days I don't want to spend the energy and effort, and I'm okay just being me.
Yeah. And energy and effort in the finding somebody, or energy and effort in being in a relationship?
Both. Like the actual physical effort it takes to find somebody that's compatible and I get along with, and then leading into like growing a relationship is also effort.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think like, okay, I had my soulmate and now he passed, and like that's it, and like do I really I'm not going to find that again, right? So like it's just, is it going to be just like a meaningless relationship, even though like people come into your lives for reasons and da, but like I don't know, to me it's just kind of like some days I feel like I want that again or something like that, and some days I feel like nah, I'm okay.
You're okay without it. And so if you're the universe listening to your wishes right now, you're not clear. And so if you're clear 100% and said, Francie, 100% want a relationship, great. Let's ask the angels how you get that. But you're not sure what you want. Therefore, energetically, there's not a clear path for you. And so until you get clear about what you want, nothing's going to change. However, what I am feeling, and this is part of the card of clearing out your clutter, and I mean this with no disrespect, I don't think grief is clutter, but I do feel like it's probably weighing on your heart. And so doing some more work to heal from the loss of your soulmate. And again, if you say the words, I will never have that again, you're putting out to the universe, that's never going to happen again. If you do want it to happen again, and you do think that wasn't a once in a lifetime experience, which they all are, right? But there's other experiences you can invite in. Speak that. I know I had a beautiful once in a lifetime experience with my soulmate. I'm ready and open and available for another once in a lifetime experience with a new partner. Until you're ready for that second sentence and phrase to feel right, nothing's going to change, my dear.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So maybe do a little bit more healing work. And if I had more time, I'd help you with that too, but I'm ran out of time.
Yeah, thank you.
But if that helps, again, I've got a bunch of meditations and things on my website to help with a grieving heart.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care. All right. And let's see, Manisha. Hello, hello.
Hi, Francie.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you see me?
I sure can.
Okay. Yeah, I actually did my this courses with you, Reiki courses with you, 1 and 2.
I remember.
So you do, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also sent some of my friends to do that with you, people
Oh,
who
great.
are very spiritual or, who are very intuitive, and I used to heal them remotely. And then I said, you should do it yourself, like
Great.
headaches or anxiety. And then they learned it and they appreciated it. But yeah,
Great.
I am here because I feel I'm sort of going through a transformation
Uh-huh.
in terms of relationships.
It's the theme of the night. I love it.
Why
Okay.
is it so? Is it some planets which are going like this, or I don't know what's going on?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just feel that relationships are crossing boundaries in a sense. Being a very kind person, you just try to accommodate people and they take advantage of you. That's where I am. And, I'm feeling because of my spirituality, my prayers, and, I do meditation regularly. I get these download bits saying that you have to let go of some of these relationships who are blocking your progress in terms of your professional progress, in terms of your spiritual progress, because you're too dedicated to them and they take advantage of you.
Yeah.
And so I have started disconnecting myself from them and trying to, transform into a new version of myself. I have a daughter, one daughter, and my parents live in India, and I have 2 sisters. One elder sister who is childless, married though, and a younger sister who's here in Oakland, has a child 6 years younger to me, got it in her 40s, so a late child for her. Anyhow, so in my last trip, my elder sister crossed boundaries where she put my daughter into some internship behind my back to spend my summer break with her. And when I tried to leave, she tried to harass me, and I'm fighting court cases for that. I learned my lesson. My child learned her lesson because she, being a kid from a separated family or genetically is kind to relatives, and she's just being enticed with hi-fi stuff, because they don't have children. They have a lot of money too, right? So anyhow, I'm dealing with that, and that helped me realize that I'm running to see my parents, risking my own child. My elder sister put us both in danger.
Wow.
And my parents didn't stand up for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a betrayal of the highest order, when your sister put your child in danger like that. I'm so sorry that happened. What I'm feeling would be helpful is some cord cutting. So you're a Reiki practitioner, Reiki level 2, you said as well?
Yeah, I do cord cutting. I just do this and cut.
Great.
Yeah.
And have you noticed a difference when you do that?
Yes. So more than that, Francie, what I've done is I've blocked them all so that they cannot reach me through WhatsApp or messages, because they want to trigger me, right? So anyway, I blocked my sister when this happened itself. And then she started influencing my parents because she's in India. She goes to them. My father is he fell down and he's sort of in therapy and bedridden, needs a nurse, but he can walk around. So he's dependent on them. So I could not cord cut with my parents because they're my parents. I said, of all these relationships, my child is the first, my parents is the next. And then she started using them. She knows, right, how to trigger. She's Leo and very my way or highway or self-controlling, controlling thing. Like I got divorced when my child was 3. My mother had till 7. She said, you cannot go to her anymore. She has to deal with it herself.
Let me cut you off for just a second, because I'm hearing stuff. I don't want to miss it. So I'm sorry to cut you off. What I'm hearing from, and let me do my official linking in with you first, because I don't want to get this wrong. So give me just a second. Take a nice deep breath. The light within me meets the light within you. The light within you, Manisha, meets the light within me. Calling on Manisha's guides and angels to step forward with clear guidance and messages. Okay. Orange, so a lot of sacral energy, creative energy, manifestation energy you have. That's great. Yeah. Okay, so cord cutting, tweak it a little. We would never cut cords of love, nor can we ever. We can cut any and all cords of attachments that no longer serve us. They're saying you're still being triggered. You're still being triggered by your sister. And so a couple things you can do, and I've said this before, and the angels love to use this as a tool because it's really helpful. Not for everybody. It doesn't work all the time. But for most of my clients, it seems to work really well. Write a letter to your sister, pen and paper, not your computer, not your phone. You've got to handwrite it. Put all the ugly stuff in there. You did this to me. You betrayed me. You put my daughter in danger. You created a barrier between me and my parents. Like whatever you feel, don't hold anything back. Don't pull any punches. Put all the angry in that letter. Don't worry. You're not sending her negative energy. All you're doing is getting it out of your system. When you feel ready, take that, and hopefully it's soon. Don't hang on to it. Don't give it to her. Safely burn that letter. Barbecue, fireplace, someplace safe. And then just be, wash your hands of it and say, I release you, and do your cord cutting again, and do, for Reiki 2, the mental emotional symbol. Once you cut the cords, right, you draw the distance symbol first to connect you to those cords, right? Second step, once you cut the cords, is to draw the mental and emotional symbol over the severed cords, the little cut pieces that are still attached to you, to heal the mental and emotional issues that created the cords to attach in the first place. And then finish it with the power symbol, which helps to seal those cut cords so they won't reattach.
So the distance symbol is which one? What do you call it in?
We can't say it in a public setting.
Okay, but there were 3
It's
symbols.
It's a distance symbol, yeah. And you can, it's in your manual.
The most complicated symbol was which one? The mental
distance.
and emotional?
The distance one was the most complicated.
Oh yes, the most complicated one, the one. And the power symbol is the circular one.
Right? Yeah, and we won't talk about what they look like on it.
Yeah, I got the first, second, and the third symbols. Okay, I can do that. And as I said, because to heal, I journal, so that I journal my thoughts for clarity. Right? Like, what's my direction? And you're right, I manifest nowadays, that I manifest what is my future, what is my soul purpose for my child, right?
Great.
Yeah, and I cut my cords with my parents by just blocking them, because I don't want her energy to be used to that through my parents, right? Because I blocked her, so she tries to access it through my father's cell phone. It's very funny. She can do WhatsApp on the web, mirror it, and send messages, and so I have to block that. But anyways, I have done cord cutting, and I have let these relationships who crossed my boundaries let it go. And it's very funny, when she ran away with my daughter, my mother is supporting, is helping her instead of calling me, and she put me more in danger. And I'm like, wow, your daughter doesn't have a daughter.
Yeah.
Instead of getting her to, adopt one, which she gave a letter to, but she doesn't want, because she wants a free life and, travel around the world.
So this is way deeper than, and it has a longer history than the incident with your daughter.
My elder sister is a karmic connection. Somebody told me she's a karmic connection.
We all have, that's why they're in our family. That's our immediate family are karmic lessons.
That's right.
So
I manifest love now, because I cannot manifest hate, right? So after cutting my cords, I just manifest what my future is, what is my soul purpose, and all that hatred, I have let it go. I just manifest love towards my family, which is my child right now, right? I don't intend to marry because it's more complicated for a child to deal with all this right now. Yeah. But yeah, so I just manifest the future now. It's just because of all this, I just get these downloads. When this thing happened, I got this download that, nothing is going to happen to your daughter. Your daughter cannot study without you. So just because of these years of spirituality and practice, when I get into trouble, I don't know who tells me this. It's like, yeah. So I got it. So
you're getting your own direct messages from your guides and angels. Good.
Divine guide, yeah.
keep listening to that. And you're absolutely right. Another way to kind of diffuse your own response to the history is by sending your sister love, sending your parents love, sending love to the situation. You can do a Reiki session, again, using the distance symbol to connect to the event and the trauma of your daughter being basically kidnapped, it sounds like. And then send Reiki to that event to kind of clear it up energetically in your energetic field.
That's a good one, actually.
You're still connected to it. You're still being, even with the cord cutting, I'm not in the letter writing, I'm feeling like it's more than that. And so you might go back and write a letter to how you guys were as kids. Like, I feel like there's competition and like jealousy and all kinds of things. But again, this really has nothing to do with you. This is your sister not being healthy within herself.
Yeah, when people are not happy, they cause harm to others, right? It's always the thing.
Hurt people, right?
Yes, hurt people, right? So that's what's happening. And I know, because when I went through the divorce, one of my close friends, Aparna, who introduced me to Reiki, she said, people's behavior is because of what they are going through, Manisha.
That's right. 100%.
It's not about you. And that I got it completely. I said, whatever person behaves badly is, and then I just keep quiet. But the others are not spiritual, in my family, except for my father, from whom I have got some spirituality and the sixth eye, to see through all this thing. So, and anytime I see this, I know it's coming from their baggage, hurt people or envy people or jealous people.
And that deserves our compassion.
Yeah, I understand that deserves our compassion. And but how can I have so much compassion? I'm just one human being trying to deal with compassion for my kid, right? Already
for yourself, compassion for yourself.
Oh, totally. The healing has taught me one thing, which I never did till now, is self-love and self-aware and self-care. That is the one thing.
Perfect.
And I did not self-love, because of which I put me and my child in danger, right? So
sorry to cut you off. They're also saying, and we're almost out of time, or a little over time. They're also saying that your birth family doesn't have to be your family going forward. So they're giving you the freedom, which it sounds like you already have, which is great, to, if you're not healthy for me, if I'm not my healthiest in a relationship with you, then it's best for both parties if I back away.
Yeah, that's another thing I'm doing, finding my soul tribe.
Good.
Right here.
Great.
Yeah.
And healing those karmic ties, which don't really matter anymore in the 5D. So if you're operating in that higher frequency, you can remove those karmic ties and not have the same patterns repeat in future lifetimes with them.
Yeah. I know that all these things, jealousy, envy, all these are lower frequency.
Yeah.
Compassion, love, enlightenment, the higher frequency. Gratitude, exactly, gratitude. And I think I've been grateful throughout my life, because of which I've never had less, in spite of all the difficulties, because you need to be grateful with whatever little or whatever more you have,
And they're saying that's why you're a great manifester, because you've got gratitude on top of the list.
Yeah. I've always been grateful. But yeah, I think you got that right. I have to cut off these karmic ties and have my new soul tribe who are vibrating at higher frequencies too.
Yeah. And so, for the folks that are listening that aren't familiar with Reiki has the ability to cut across time and space. And so we can go back and heal traumas, cut cords, speak to our younger self and also future self, multidimensional self. So it's a really beautiful healing art that I think everyone should learn. So I hope this helps you a little bit. Again, reach out to me. You've got my info. You can reach out if you need a little bit more, but I hope it helped a little bit.
Francie, is it
Yes.
possible that you cut these karmic ties or, with my family?
We absolutely can. We're a little bit over time though for
Not
tonight.
today, but yeah, maybe I can take an appointment and you can help me.
I
do
would
that?
love to. I
Yeah.
would love to. Yeah, I feel like there's a little bit more work we can do together for sure.
Yeah.
But that's not in the time that we've got tonight.
Not today.
Unfortunately.
I understand. Yeah, I'll reach out separately for you
Okay.
because you're an expert in doing these cord cuttings and energy, releasing them. So, but I did take your notes and I'll work on them.
Try them first. Try them first on your own. And if you still feel stuck, then reach out.
No, I don't feel stuck at all. I have risen like a phoenix. I have healed, I've forgotten, I've forgiven, and risen like a phoenix. Me
Beautiful.
first.
Beautiful.
I'm like a kid now. Me first. Yeah.
Well, thank you
Second
so much for coming tonight. It was so good to see you again.
Same here, Francie. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay, hon. Take care.
Yeah. Bye.
So thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. As you've seen, there's some themes around relationships, around career, around boundaries. And the advice is pretty universal. Go with what feels right in your heart. I know that's very simple. I know sometimes it's really hard to do. Quiet the chatter. Go with what feels good, what you're passionate about. And if you always lead with your heart, you will never make a wrong decision. If you lead out of fear, you will always make the wrong decision. But if you lead out of love, you'll never make a wrong decision. So I hope this helps. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next time.
Are you ready to experience real healing, body, mind, and soul? Introducing Becoming Whole, Healing with Francie Soito, a powerful new live show on SoulSearch TV. Francie is a Reiki master, psychic medium, and angelic channel with over 15 years of experience helping people and pets heal, receive messages from the spirit world, and reconnect with their true path. Every other Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, join Francie live as she taps into your energy field, connects with your angels and guides, and offers messages of healing, love, and deep transformation. Watch for free on SoulSearch TV, available online on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and our mobile app. Want to receive a live reading or healing? Spots are limited. Grab your ticket now and receive a private Zoom link to join the session. Launching June 26th. Let the healing begin.